Good morning, guys. Good morning. We're getting everybody ready together this morning. Good morning. Good morning. And we're hoping that everything works so that everything works this morning. We got some things to talk about today. And I want you today. Do I ever ask y'all this? I haven't in a long time. Haven't asked you this in a long time. I want you to grab some paper and a pencil because we're going to talk about some stuff today. I put some of the workbook and links for the Sister Rise information if you would like some. Then we're going to do the introduction and get started. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only. Listen, we got us some good tea and I geek on fleek this morning. So you can take a look at the Sister Rise mugs. I do have some mugs, bags, and journals left. The actual journals. If you missed Saturday, I talked about all the things about the retreat and share some of the stuff. So you can check it out there as well. But let's get started. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. Yeah. So this morning, I sure will, Miss Margaret. I sure will. I don't ask y'all for much. Y'all, my nose was itching. But this morning, I want y'all to get some paper and some pencil because we won't talk about some things this morning. Grab your cup of tea. We are geeks on fleek this morning. Please make sure you share the show because, good morning, Joshua. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. If they don't do that, we have the books, we have the movie, we have the podcast, we have all the things, y'all. We have all the things, and we're ready for all the things. We're ready for all the things. Yeah, I have paper everywhere, so I'm just trying to straighten it up because I want my desk to be clear what we're about to talk about. You can take notes on somewhere. If you have a Fearless Morning Show workbook, you can write this in your workbook. If you have the Sister Rise journal, the workbook, there's a note section in there. Or if you came to the retreat, you have a notebook, a journal, you can write in that. Honey, if nothing else fails, do like I do, grab a piece of scrap paper, and we're writing on that. Good morning. It's going to be the most amazing day. Are we ready? JoJo's ready. We got 2 quotes today. Well, really 1, but 2. First is, fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. And that's in the book of Proverbs. So that's quote number 1. And I hope my computer holds out so that we don't lose anybody on any device. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their opinions. And that is in the book, at the 18th chapter of Proverbs, book of Proverbs. The other quote is from JoJo. There's more to life than this problem. There's absolutely more to life than this problem. This ain't the only problem you're going to have, and there's more to life than that. Absolutely, Joshua. Absolutely. So fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. And there's more to this life than your problem, than this problem. This problem you're facing, there's more to life than this problem that you're currently facing. All right. So I want to talk about, so the thought of the day is threats and healing. And we got some questions, and I want you to write down what you think. And I also want you to think about this. Make this a journal prompt or entry for you today or this weekend, or when you have time to free think, where you ain't got to really go to work. You ain't got to be nowhere. You got a minute to sit down with pen and paper, even if it's on your lunch break, and write about this. So here's two concepts to this, right? Here's the threat. We often have so much discomfort in the face of our change, like when we're changing, because it threatens our identity and sense of self. Yeah, I've heard me say that 1,000 times. We've talked about it before. But the discomfort of change, the things that I want to change, and the change sticking is hard because I am challenging myself, my identity of myself. I'm no longer this thing. Well, if I can't be, and we will always talk about relationships and losing weight and money because that's easy. But if I'm not his wife, then who am I? If I'm not this job title, then who am I? Because we have soaked our whole identity into that. If I'm not their mama, who am I? If I'm not this job, who am I? And that's the question you should be asking yourself. It should not be the defining thing that sets you. Y'all with me? That should be a question. So sometimes our change is discomfort, meaning it's, I don't even know if I want to use the word discomfort. It's hurtful, it's painful, it's challenging, it's ugly, it doesn't feel good. We don't like it because it is challenging our self-identity, right? It's challenging who we are. But the healing part, so me thinking about changing is a threat to who I am. It's a threat to what I have in place right now. Because you have been, like we talked about yesterday, some people complain for so long. This is who you've been for so long. You have no idea what's coming next after not complaining. You have no idea what's coming next after not having a negative thought, after not saying you're not this person's wife, husband, boyfriend, boo thing, side piece, partner. You have no idea what's coming next. And because you have no idea what's coming next, you feel threatened. And because you feel threatened, you rather stay safe in your box of crazy than to go outside to be in your discipline of freedom. So now we would decorate our cage of crazy, and then we would throw words in there like, well, at least I got this. Well, and Jojo, at least I got this, and at least I got that, and those at least will kill you. Because at least allows you to continue to decorate your cage of crazy. Our discomfort comes when we go into the discipline of freedom. And the discipline of freedom is me showing up every day to say, I no longer want this, and I'm serving this. That's what that means. So me changing or you changing is an absolute World War III attack on yourself. You are angry and mad at you. So now you're threatened. And it doesn't matter what you see that could possibly be. You can't comprehend it because it's threatening you because you've been it for so long. Now, I want you to think about the thing, the change that you wish to come, and why is it so difficult for the change to stay? Like, why do we have these every year we start a New Year resolution and nothing sticks? Why? You can start over today, friends. So I want you to think about the thing that you want to change. Why is it difficult in this moment for it to stay with you or you to stay with it? That's number one. So we're going to figure out our threats. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the healing part. So healing, right, is being conscious enough to know when we unconsciously seek chaos, how often we seek chaos, and why we seek chaos. So when I'm healing, I'm becoming consciously aware of when I unconsciously seek chaos, why I seek it, how I seek it, and where I'm getting it from. Absolutely, Joshua. It's not an optimistic statement. So we already know what the thread is. Are y'all with me with the healing? The healing is me consciously saying, I'm going to become more aware of my subconscious mind of when I create my own chaos, how I create it, why I create it, where I created it at. Okay, y'all with me? So if I'm starting a healing process, when crazy comes up, then I start to say, wait a minute, I see this crazy coming. I don't want to keep creating chaos, so I'm going to take a step back and figure out why. Okay, so we're healing. We're consciously aware of our unconscious behavior on why we're seeking chaos. Here's the second part. It doesn't necessarily, if this applies to you, please use it, okay? If it doesn't, then that's okay. We often seek chaos. Yeah, and I'm looking at my notes. We often seek chaos because as a child, our environment was chaotic. We often found ourselves in unpredictable environments as children. There was yelling, there was screaming, there was fighting, there was instability, there was divorce, there was multiple households, there was multiple partners from our parents, there was instability in school. We had crazy friends. We lived in a crazy neighborhood. And because as children, we lived in an unstable environment, and in our defense as children, we learned to protect ourselves. You learn to protect yourself from the chaos, but it also became an adrenaline rush. So you begin to desire that craziness. You begin to desire that chaos because as a child, we only know what we only know, and that creates our world. Now, me as an adult, I'm trying to tell the child JoJo, this is not how life is. Well, the child JoJo is like, but we've been dealing with this for 46 years. Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. Now here comes JoJo, the adult, threatening JoJo, the child, because JoJo, the adult, wants to begin the healing phase, but JoJo, the child, wants to stay in the chaotic phase because my childhood environment was unstable. It was this, it was that. And in that, I learned to create my own type of safety that in that moment it served me. But as an adult, it doesn't serve me. Now, we are all free to decide whether this is serving me or not serving me, and which one is going to win. Negative and positive can't live in the same place. So when these two meet, somebody's got to win. The child JoJo has been living this chaotic life her whole life. The adult JoJo, who's wanting to heal and is becoming consciously aware of subconsciously when she is seeking out chaos, is trying to overrule her. So I want you to think about this morning that if you have been unconsciously seeking out chaos, why and how you've been seeking it out. And listen, I am not a counselor. Please seek professional help. This is a thought process, something to make you go, take this to your counselor and y'all talk about this. So if my childhood was disruptive and it was unstable, what things became my coping mechanism? Mine was people pleasing. I was a people pleaser. And then because I was a people pleaser and they always talked about, oh, JoJo's so smart, I figured I better be smart. Thus began my journey of always wanting to be educated. Thus began my journey of wanting to perform, of wanting to talk. This is where I began to learn the power of my words to redirect people, period. Because it was a defense mechanism. It was a protection mechanism for me. And I allowed that to create a safe space for me inside my chaotic environment. Right? Now, once we begin to teach our bodies, now that I'm conscious of what I'm subconsciously attracting in that chaos, and I'm identifying the why and the how, I now begin to teach my body how we're going to feel safe and be different from this point on. Jojo, you may have felt safe, you being a people pleaser, doing this, but Jojo, now you don't have to be a people pleaser. You can be safe when you do this, because now you recognize your triggers, you recognize the chaos, and now you have a different plan in place. And now I am teaching my body a different safety mechanism. Absolutely, Joshua. And we are groomed and we don't even know it. So on this great day, are y'all with me so far? I have threats and I'm healing. I want you to think about this today. We often feel threatened when we are faced with change that threatens who we are. I've been 17 years on this journey, and there have been some really dark places where what I knew as JoJo was not true, because I was trying my best to heal past some things. And the discomfort that came with that challenged everything and every part of who I was. It challenged it to no ends. It challenged me and I still had to live. It challenged me and I still had to be a mama. It challenged me. I still had to deal with friendships, relationships, my parents, and it challenged me. And that's why there's 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet. I valued my quiet time, and it was in that quiet time that I had to decide consciously that I'm not going to allow my subconscious to override me, to put me back in a place where I want to desire chaos. Because if you were grown up in a home that was dysfunctional, or it was a dysfunctional environment, or unstable, it doesn't have to be dysfunctional, unstable environment, my body learned to react to stress a certain way. And because my body learned to react to stress a certain way, and we've talked about this, please Google this, is the 8 rules of the mind. You can read body science, you can read the body keeps score when we're stressed. So just imagine, as a kid, I'm stressed out, and the chemical reaction that my body is creating inside of me with the chaos. And because it's creating that chemical reaction in my body, the young JoJo gets addicted to that chemical reaction of stress and chaos. So here I am at 0 to 12, becoming addicted to chaos, because when the chaos and my defense mechanism kicks in, my adrenaline is going, and my body gets used to that rush of stress. And when I don't have it, I assume something is wrong. Y'all, this is a growth process, and I want y'all to go with me, okay? So I had to at some point stop and look at, why do I keep inviting chaos? Well, I don't keep inviting it. My body was addicted to the stress chemical that I was getting from. It was addicted to the high, because when you stress out, your hormones is up to here, and essentially your body is really high. That's what it is. Your dopamines are really high. Your mind is over there. You're breathing different. Your body is processing foods and stuff differently. It will make your stomach hurt. Your blood pressure is up, and your body becomes addicted to that chemical reaction. But the minute I decide that I'm going to consciously look at my subconscious mind of why I'm seeking out this chaos, and I stop that moving train, because we're in the circle of me, because it's going really fast now, and I stop, well, now it's hitting me upside my head. What am I going to do? Insert the threat. Now I'm a threat to what I've always known my whole life. Now I'm the old JoJo fighting a new JoJo, and somebody's got to win. We talked about this in boxing. Somebody's got to be the aggressor. Somebody's got to win this fight. Every day you have to decide who is fixing to win this fight. Who's going to be the aggressor in your change? Who's going to be the aggressor in you coming outside of your comfort zone to go into your healing zone, to take away the threat, to begin the healing process. Every day you have this option. So the healing process looks like you taking time to acknowledge those things, right? It looks like you taking a few minutes, and even if you send an overwhelm, let's break this down in bite-sized pieces. Feel the overwhelm. Let's cry that out, honey. I'm a fan of crying. Please seek your counsel for professional help. I'm a fan of crying, and then I'm determined to work this out. How can I do this? Once we begin to work on it and I become dedicated to my healing, I am now teaching my body how to heal and protect itself in a better way. Because in the beginning, my body was protecting me in the wrong way. It was getting me high off the chaos and the stress of the situation. I ain't ever got no money. They ain't ever going to be no good men. Don't nobody ever love me. My parents did this. They did that. My ex-abuser did this. And I needed to always be here because my body was addicted to the stress hormone that was in my body. I needed it. Absolutely, Margaret. And if you don't believe that crying won't release some things, I invite you to cry. And I know some people who refuse to cry. They absolutely refuse to cry. And I think it's because they are afraid of the emotions that if they cry, the dam already has a crack in it. And if they start to cry, all shit is about to fall away and fall apart. And they have spent 40, 70, 80 years holding that dam together with stress, glue, threats, insecurities, not healing, pain, frustration. If at any point somebody pokes a hole or pushes that in the wrong place and it all falls down, they would literally die. Literally die. Absolutely. Yes, Joshua, we can recognize our pain if we want to. So for the people who don't want to show their emotion, come on through. Miss Margaret said it, not me. You cannot dress up pain good enough for it to make you feel better. You can't. You can't dress up pain good enough to make you feel better and make anybody else feel better. You just gonna be a pile of doo-doo with weave on, eyelashes, and some Gucci perfume in a tailored suit. Eventually, your smell of your craziness is going to come out of your pores. Absolutely, Philip. It oozes out. You cannot contain it. And you will wonder why there's so much chaos and mayhem around you, why it seems to the tornado of life follows you around. That was me. Why does the tornado of life seem to follow me around? Everywhere I go, I think I'm growing. There's more chaos because my healing threatened my old security system. My healing threatened my old security system. Absolutely, it's comfortable. And because it's comfortable, and because I grew up in a dysfunctional, unstable environment, unpredictable environment, for me, I didn't know one day from the next, did I need to protect somebody? Did I need to break up a fight? Did I need to show how smart I was? Did I need to sing or dance? Did I need to perform? I didn't know. And so I was always at a heightened awareness. I was always here. And because I was always there, we have years of me living in that. And now you want to tell me, oh, I want to heal past that? Honey, you are a threat to yourself. That's why healing can be uncomfortable. It can be hard. It can be ugly. It could be frustrating. That's why they call it shadow work, because it is you going into the darkness of yourself to get you, to save you, to say, sister, you don't have to live here anymore. And then your body begins to teach you a better way to keep it safe. Absolutely. That's exactly what it's called, Philip. So on this great day, I hope you took some notes this morning. I hope this helped somebody. I'm a fan of counseling. I am not a counselor. I am not a professional counselor. Okay. I will give you life-saving advice from my perspective of how I survived it. Things I've grown through, the things that I've learned. But I really hope you had some paper and pencil to write this down today so you can think about it. Okay? I really hope it's worked. Absolutely. I have the life experiences. That is for sure. And it is my hope and my dream that as I have lived past crazy and some things, I can share it with other people so that they don't have to live past crazy. I mean, they don't have to live in crazy. They can live past it. So here's your quote for the day. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. And that's in the book of Proverbs 18. And there's more to life than this problem. There's more to life than this problem right now. There's more to life. Thank you. All right, Margaret. Thank you, friend. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate y'all. So as we talked about our threats and our healings, I normally don't ask y'all to take notes, but I hope you took some today. Please come back and watch this and take some more. If you have the Fearless Morning Show notebook or the journal, please write it in there. Grab your piece of paper. It don't matter. Thank you, Phil. It is. Because I'm not telling you what I read about. I'm telling you what I lived. I'm telling you that and I feel like crying myself, I understand that when I see you in your darkness, I will walk with you I will see you in your wholeness, and I will walk with you through the darkness as you remember your light. I was absolutely there in that darkness. And there was nobody to hold my hand to walk through the light. I had to hold my own damn hand. I had to be aware of where I was seeking chaos and crazy. I had to be subconsciously aware of why I picked all these chaotic things, because my childhood was unpredictable and unstable. And I felt that was the best way to keep me safe. And it wasn't. And I held my own hand. Good morning, Andrea. Absolutely, honey. And the fixing of the me is all. That's why I love this quote. I will not rescue you, for you are not powerless. I will not fix you, friend, because you are not broken. I will not heal you, for I see you in your wholeness. I will walk with you through the darkness as you remember your light. Period. Period. So as you look at your threats and your healings today, and you looking at your healing process, know that if JoJo's been living in chaos for 46 years, it ain't fixing to change overnight. But if I am determined and committed that change is going to happen, if I am respectfully standing at my gate, asking myself to begin this journey, which is what I had to do 17 years ago, then the healing begins. Then I can begin to teach my body a different way to love me. I don't have to people please. I don't have to be the smart. In high school, I tried to be the smartest one in the group. I was not, and it stressed me the hell out. I wasn't. But I felt like I had to people please my parents to be the smartest one. I had to people please the people in college. I had to get the most scholarships. I had to do the people pleasing wore me the hell out. It wore me out in so many areas. Absolutely, Margaret. Right, Joshua, we often attract those things, whether we want to admit it or not. Now, some people come and take advantage of us. They absolutely do. But if I'm true to this, if I'm really true at it, the people that can't take advantage of me, I lived it already in a previous life. My abuser, I lived that as a kid. I did. So it was, not only was it normal to me, even though I thought I said it wasn't, my body, and y'all got to read this book, The Body Keeps Score. My body remembered the stress reaction and the high that it got from living in an unstable environment. And when I stepped away from that 17 years ago, it was hell on wheels for me. Healing is becoming conscious to know when we unconsciously seek chaos, why we seek it, and how often. Those are some questions you need to ask yourself. And once you do that, you can begin to teach your body a different way to heal you. Absolutely. Our body gives us signal. If you are ready for some real growth, read that book, The Body Keeps Score. It's deep, but I promise it will help you pass some things. So on this great day, I want you to be peaceful, period. Go drink you some tea, because we're geeks on fleek. Now I can say I'm a nerd for myself. I can say I love to learn from me, not to prove my smartness to anybody else. I had to grow past that part. That took a lot of growth. Now I can say when I help people, it's from a genuine place of helping them, period. Have a good day, Joshua. Absolutely. I was just talking to my girls about that 2 nights ago. We were talking about being emotional, and I was telling Rosie about her life before birth, because your child has a life before birth. They have life inside of here. Okay, Tammy, go have your cup of coffee first. And we talked about how your children react to your stress when they're in your womb, and how they already come here addicted to that stress, that highly emotional state. And it is part of their chemical makeup. And if you think I'm telling a tale, I need you to go ask any scientist. Honey, go ask your doctor. Go ask anybody, and they will tell you the same. So on this great day, have the most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period. And if this has helped you, please let me know. Please take some notes and start that work. Absolutely. So you become addicted to it. Just because you yelled it doesn't mean they heard it any better at all. But you become addicted to that. Absolutely. Because, and that was me. I had a child, and I was married to my ex-abuser, who was the father of her, and she came early. So I'm already detached in the pregnancy. There's already chaos in the pregnancy. She comes almost 3 months early. There's a detachment there because I'm not allowed to touch her nor see her for the first 31 days of her life. So the detachment was long. It was 10, 11 months long, almost a year long before that connection. And I had to become aware that I needed to make that connection for her so that she did not have a deficit. Absolutely, Margaret. Absolutely. So I hope my growth journey has helped somebody. I'm not always right. These are strictly my opinions. I'm just giving you something to think about. And sometimes we can back it up with science. So on this great day, please make sure you share the show. Absolutely. Absolutely, Margaret. We've got to learn these things. So please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch and subscribe to all the morning shows over there. Thank you for everybody who participated and listened to the podcast. We had 1,000 downloads. I am so excited about that. So thank you so much for that, and sharing the show, and for sharing the books, and for all the things. Absolutely. Thank you, Philip. That's right. Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate you. So on this great day, we're off to have the most amazing day ever. And yes, I have on a belly shirt. I just like to announce that. That oftentimes, 99% of the time, I have on a belly shirt every morning. Because we're living our whole best life. Because this is a sweatshirt belly shirt. And it is a-okay, friend, to step into who you are and live your whole best life. So I encourage you along this journey to do just that. Timmy, don't laugh at me. All right, guys. Have a good day, Miss Rivera. Yes, please watch the replay. This show was really good. Get your paper and your pencil so that you can take notes. Thank you, my friend. Andrea is my high school friend. I love you, friend. She has some amazing twin boys, and she is a bomb ass mama. She is definitely an advocate for her children. And if you ever doubted that you were not, honey, please know you are the best mama they got in this whole wide world. So have a great day, everybody. Miss Rivera, watch the replay. Tell me what you think. Grab your Fearless Morning Show mug, a workbook. If you would like this from the retreat that we went through last year, if you're serious about your healing, let me type it in here. This is the link for the workbook. And then as soon as you buy it, you can download it. You can send it over to Office Depot and they'll print it for you. Or you can print it at home, however you feel. So do all the things. All right, guys, have a great day. And I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.